print you way more money. Let me just show you guys something very cool, because some people just don't know this, and I like giving good information. You know, I like giving good information. If you look at the Q's return versus the TQQQ return, the T1 gives more returns. Okay, look at this. The QQQ versus the TQQ performance comparison in the year-to-date period, QQQ achieves a 41% return, which is significantly lower than the TQQQ 141% return. And if we're in a bull market, like you guys have seen, and you got to be a fool to try to short this trend that's been going upwards since January. Welcome to the live stream. Man. Make sure you guys subscribe. We got a lot going on. We'll be talking about a lot of stuff. This is the best opportunity, in my opinion. I really think this is a good opportunity. A good opportunity to the market where there's a lot of stuff to be stockpiling until next summer. I'm talking about June 2024 call. What looks best? That's the main thing we're going to be talking about. What looks the best for next summer? To where you have so much time to where you can sit back on some of these and just let them cook because they're undervalued. That's the main focus of this live stream. Okay, we got people talking about September is going to be a very bad month just based off historically. It's always bad, but you cannot rely on what the news is telling you, on what the majority already knows. Okay, we will be discussing all that. I'm gonna just let the live stream get cooked up a little bit, and yeah, I see Twitch talking about first. My boys in here, Frosted, Scrown, talking about Google. Is ARK ready to go? Somebody's already on it before me. Somebody already on it. We will be talking about ARK. We just gotta make sure you guys are liking this video. All right, let's send the love out first, and then we'll get into it. Because if you've been looking at what we've been providing on WOM, this stuff has been the most accurate on out of everybody. Okay, this is the most accurate. You can scroll back on YouTube and look at the previous live streams we had, and that's why you want to follow the YouTube. But we've been talking about this since December, since January, since February, and now that we have a pullback, and now there's some fear in the market with September. This is where you want to be really paying attention to next summer calls. Okay, that's a lot of time. It's a lot of time, but there's some great opportunities. Okay, for Google, this is gonna go to all-time highs. Okay, don't even think about it too much. This is gonna go to all-time highs. They had amazing earnings as well, and I mean the trend is just up. There's no way I would look to short it for a long period of time. Anyway, there's no way I would look to open up 5-month output. There's no way. The opportunity is definitely to the upside, but it's way up here. Is there better opportunities? Yeah, but is there safer opportunities than Google and Amazon right now? No. Google's one of the safer ones. Okay, one of the safer ones to where you don't got to put too much risk into it, but you're not gonna get that much of a reward. So I like Google. I can see it getting to 145, but I just want to take a peek at that before we look at the Qs. You guys know how these live streams go. We look at the Qs, we look at SPY, we look at the Fear and Greed Index, which has been a leading indicator, and what we've been looking at over time. But let's just take a peek at the Qs. I mean, if you guys look, I don't really like looking at day trades and a week out calls because it's too it doesn't. I want to give you guys the most high probability plays, okay? The most high probability plays is if you're buying time on nice pullback type stocks. So for the Qs, I mean, there's no way this is bearish, okay? We've been talking about this the entire year. This is going to get to all-time highs, and when it does get to all-time highs, we may experience a little pullback, but it's most likely going to continue, okay? We're in that type of market. We haven't exited out of the bull market that we've been having since 2020, 2021, 2020. You know what I'm saying? We just had a slight correction. All right. So for the Qs, this thing's obviously forming another huge cup and handle. Now on a bigger time frame, I'm looking at the weekly chart. Okay. Now will the Qs will the Qs go up right now? You know, will it make new all-time highs in September? Who knows? But we do know that this is sitting in a nice cup and handle. Okay, it's getting ready for the next leg up. Hopefully you see some consolidation right here. You know, it may come back down and retest 355. You know, but who really cares if you know what the main goal is going to be by the end of the year, by next year's summer? You already know this is going to be at all-time highs. Okay, so it's just about positioning yourselves to be able to profit from that. Okay, so the Qs is obviously sitting in this big old cup and handle. It's kind of the equivalent of what we were having down here when we were saying the same thing. Some of you guys remember these TikTok videos that were coming out. We said the same thing down here. This thing was sitting in a huge cup and handle down here, and I told you the price target was 355, and you know, it reached 355. You know, so now we're getting the same sort of thing, but on a bigger type scale. So there's no way I'd be bearish on this. Now coming into next week is going to be interesting, but you know, we know where the market is headed. Okay, we know what the market is doing. We know, you know, now we are in a rejection zone. That's why you got that reject, but you know, anticipate this to continue to go higher. Okay, as long as this continues to stay above the 21 EMA on the weekly, like you see right here, you're just getting these bounces from there. You see, you're just getting these bounces. Make sure you guys are liking this video, man. We got 205 likes in here. Like the YouTube, follow the YouTube, subscribe, and like this video, man. We got 205 likes. Let's get to at least 1,000 before we actually start, you know, before we talk about some more stuff. Okay, did you see the QQQ commercial? No. Show us how the measure move works. My boy Cano in here. Calvin, you looking at PT? Your audio's messed up. Hold on, let me see. The audio should be a bit better. It should be a bit better. We'll look at Tesla. We'll look at everything you guys want to look at. SPCE, okay? We're going to look at all of it. But come on now, let's show the love. Let's get to 1,000, 2,000 likes. So I said, thanks for the financial advice. This is not financial advice, man. This is just a random dude on TikTok just hanging out with the boys, hanging out with the girls, and you know, we're just gonna look at some stocks and figure out how we can make some money in an inflated economy. You know, how are we gonna make money? You know, so if you look at the Qs, like I said, there's no way this is bearish. Okay, this is sitting in a huge cup and handle. We never fully exited the bear market, you know, from 2020. So if you look at this is clearly going to get to all-time highs. But the thing is, you just got to make sure it stays above this 21 EMA, and it literally bounced from there, you know, a couple weeks ago, August 14th, bounced from there, and we may see a slight pullback, but who cares about the pullbacks that's happening on the Qs? The Qs is a day trade. Now, if you didn't catch the Qs, you know, when we were talking about it way down here at this double bottom back in December, where we actually said get the summer calls 2023 330s. If you didn't catch that move, this opportunity to me, now if you want less reward, but you know, less risk as well, then obviously you go with the Qs. But this, you just got to know that this is going to continue to go up, and it's going to get to all-time highs, and that there's better opportunities where the money will rotate. Okay, and that's the main thing that I want to talk about on this live stream. But yeah. Anyways, let's move on to SPY. TQQQ. So I can't believe somebody said TQQ. It's like we come on here, you guys are on the same wavelength, man. We will look at TQQQ. Same thing going on with the S&P 500. Okay, I was getting called a fool for saying that we're gonna get to 500. You know, back when we were at 380 and 400, etc. And you best believe nothing has changed. Okay, I just want to look at the bigger price targets and what we should expect for the rest of this year and coming into next summer. Okay, and I believe we're gonna continue to march upwards. Okay, we're gonna continue to get to 500 on SPY and the Qs. There's no reason to look at lower time frames. You know, that's stuff that we're gonna look at inside of the Discord when we're live day trading. Okay, if you're not in the Discord and you want these, these SPY bangers and you know what I'm saying, like UNH. If you want these UNH calls and these day trades, you got to be inside the Discord. Okay, if these live streams, I want to make sure I'm giving you guys high probability type stuff. Okay, but if you want these day trades and stuff, you gotta make sure you're inside the Discord, and the link is just in the bio for that. But if you look at Tesla, let's move on to Tesla. Somebody said price target $8. I'm weak. Why play small when you can grab TQQQ? You're a smart man, Ben. You're a very smart man. I agree. But for Tesla, okay, we talked about Tesla back when it was 215. I told you guys make sure you buy that dip because it was sitting in a nice opportunity. And then remember I was telling you the measure move is to 260. It got to 260. Okay, if you guys go look at the previous live streams, that's exactly what we were talking about. And now you have Tesla sitting at nice support. Okay, they're sitting at nice support, but you want to be careful right here because it could continue to flush. Let me delete everything. We had that opportunity completely right. For Tesla, if I wasn't shortening it up here when it got to the measure move 260, I'd have to wait for it to fall below 240. Once it starts falling below 240, then we have something we could talk about. But really, this is sitting in another buy area, like around this area. Like, look, you want to use the Fibonacci's when you're unsure of where a good pullback zone is. Like, if you were chasing this and you were getting calls, you deserve to get cooked up because you weren't looking at Tesla at a good buying opportunity. You deserve to get cooked up if you're getting right here. But now that it's pulled back quite a bit and it's in this golden pocket, golden ratio, whatever you want to call it, the best retracement, the 50% retracement, 618 retracement, now you want to more so be looking for a call opportunity because it has gave that pullback. The risk to reward is there for the call side now, at least until it can break below 240, because then it's no longer a ABCD, right? It's no longer a ABCD. You know, it's no longer this correction. Now the C is just broken and this thing is forming something new. Okay, so if I was looking at Tesla, this is where I'd be looking to catch. This is where I'd be looking to catch a bounce. I'd let it come down to at least 240, 243, maybe 242, and then I'd look to get calls because the risk to reward right now, you can just stop out below 239, 238. You know, so if I'm looking at Tesla, I like it to the call side. And you know, if you've been following these live streams for a minute, you know we've been nailing Tesla to a T, man, to a T. So bullish until it breaks below 239. That's what I think about Tesla, man. And what you like I said, if we know the market is going to continue to march to new all-time highs, don't you think Tesla's going to come along for the ride? Especially when Tesla has all of this bullishness happening for it. Okay, so if I'm looking at Tesla, I like it for calls right here, but yeah, I mean it's in a flag. Like there's no way I can sit in a flag. Let me see. Let me just do a little measure move for it. Yeah, man. Like the next leg is gonna take it to all-time highs. If you want to be smart about it, if you want to be smart for Tesla, you would spend the extra amount of bread and get like some March 2024 calls for Tesla. But you got to make sure you get like the 270s or something, okay? That'd be the smarter move. If not, then obviously you can catch some day trades, you know, Tuesday, tomorrow, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, obviously. But yeah, if you want to be smart about it, you don't want to stress too much, and you don't, you know, you just want to sit back, you probably should get some farther out calls. But measure moves to 400. I mean, you have to know, okay? You have to know that Tesla's gonna get to 400. If you don't know that, then you're gonna be like getting scared on some pullbacks, etc. Okay. But anyways, let's move on. Somebody said TQQQ, and I do want to look at TQQQ because if you miss the Q's opportunity, and I'm gonna show you guys something better than TQQQ after this, okay? Something that you really want to be making sure you turn your ears on for. Because I'm not going to give you the exact contract. I'm going to hold that, you know, for the people inside the Discord. We do have a Labor Day sale. Okay, there's a Labor Day sale today. So we will have the exact contracts and what we're getting into on the next one I'm about to show you. But if you missed the QQQ run-up, TQQQ is the next best thing you can get, especially inside of bull markets. Okay, I'm going to show you why. All right. So first of all, if you look at QQQQ is like way up here. You know, it's 70. But TQQQ is 3x leverage, and inside of bull markets, this really, really can help you out. Because if you guys remember back in 2020, it dipped down to $9. Okay, it was at $9 right here, $8.50. Okay, $8.50, and then it went all the way up to $89. So for someone that is on a budget, these contracts actually, you know, of course you're going to get these slight pullbacks. Of course you're going to get some fear inside the market, but you best believe this is going to continue to march to new all-time highs, okay? There's people who actually have been buying. Look, man, let me put this into perspective for you. The people that were buying homes back in 2021, where the interest rate was 2%, they're not looking to sell their homes, okay? They got good mortgage payments. They're not paying nearly as much as you could be right now if you're paying for a house. Not only mention that, they have equity in their homes to where they could take out money, and where are they gonna put the money? Okay, so there's money out there. So for people that don't think there's money out there, you're being too pessimistic. But like I said, for TQQ, if you're looking for a bargain on your buy and you still want to mess with the Qs, TQQQ gives a way better return inside of bull markets, okay? And what do you think we're in right now? We never exited the bull market from 2020, okay? This is just a slight correction for the next leg up. So if you go look at the contracts for TQQQ, I would look for, far out calls because this has a bunch of potential. But let me show you something that has a lot more potential, and then we'll look at some of the stocks you guys want to look at, because I know you guys want to look at some stocks, okay? Trust me, I know you guys want to look at some stocks. The market is on pins and needles. I don't see the cup and handle. Hey, man, either you see it or you don't. Either you see it or you don't. But you got to realize there's more money to be made to the upside for a lot of these stocks, especially ARK. All right. And some of you guys are OGs on this channel. Some of you guys know I was telling you to buy equity at $36. It went all the way up to $50. And I hope you held. I know I held. There's no reason to sell your ARK equity when ARK basically proclaims they're the new NASDAQ and they have way more innovative stocks inside of their... Bro, ARK, literally, you want to make sure you're in ARK. You want to make sure you have a position in ARK, because back in 2020, this thing was at $152, $153. If we continue down the digital age, if we continue down more innovative things happening, which AI is going to transform a whole bunch of things, and who's positioned the best for that is Kathy Woods, this should be way above 159. And guess the best part is this is very cheap right now. Not a lot of people even know what we're talking about right now. Not a lot of people even know what the heck is going on with ARK. Nobody knows except if you follow stocks, if you follow WOM specifically, because we talk about this stuff on a daily basis, every single Sunday live stream. ARK is going to give you one of the best returns on your money. If you're messing with QQQ, SPY, this is an ETF that, in my opinion, you got to make sure you're buying something. But the best move, in my opinion, is getting some far out options inside of this bull market, because money is going to rotate, okay? And the money is going to rotate to undervalued AI names, undervalued tech. Why? Because the Apples of the world and the Microsofts are already pushing all-time highs, and Google is pushing all-time highs, and real money is going to be looking to allocate their money somewhere else with way more under. So I'm telling you, man, ARK is a very good one. If you want the exact contracts, you gotta make sure you're in the Discord, okay? Join the Discord. We have a Labor Day sale today, and we'll get you the specific contracts inside of here, okay? Inside of long swings. You click on long swings, you're gonna see some ARK, and we're gonna be talking about ARK in the contract that you want to get, and it will be updating you all along the way, okay? So for ARK, we talked about this at $37. The pullback has now happened. You've seen this go from 51 to back to 40, and now it's sitting at 43. The next move up could potentially take you to 60, but I see it going way above 60, especially inside of a bull market, and especially if you guys remember what happened back in 2020, to where when ARK really starts getting going, it gets going, okay? It doesn't play around. It doesn't play any games, where it goes from $34 to $159 in the span of 11 months, okay? So if you guys want a good next summer, okay? I'm preparing you guys for next summer. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so excited about this live stream, because I'm seeing so many opportunities. I'm seeing people talking about September is usually a bad month. And guess what? When people talk about that, what were they saying last year in September? Nobody was talking about that last year in September. Why? Why was no one saying the market is very bearish in September and yada, 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 yada? Because the market was bottoming. The market was literally bottoming. And the people that know that the news lies and they say random stuff, they don't actually say their position. They say the opposite of what they're doing. Man, you guys should be very excited about this time period, because next summer is about to be a movie. Anyways, let's move on. Holy, look at the amount of bears in here. You gotta love it though. If there's no bears in this live stream, that's probably where people are getting euphoric. And I'm not sensing euphoria. Euphoric was actually in July and like August, like at the beginning of August, around there, okay? So that's why we had that big pullback, etc. But now you have more bears entering into the market, and you just gotta love it when that happens, because we know, like, look, first of all, how could you be bearish? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're being bearish right now, you probably have missed a lot of the opportunity over here. So you're hoping it comes back down here so you can get something. But no, that's not what's going to happen. The front runner, we already front ran everybody. The bulls, the big money, the people who actually have mass amounts of money inside the market, they already front ran everybody down here back in October, November, December. They were accumulating down here. Okay, waiting for this summer to, But don't worry. There's still a lot of money to be made to the upside. You just got to make sure you're following WOM and getting these good opportunities. Another one that I really love is TWLO, okay? I'm giving you guys game right now, man. I really am, but I'm excited, and I want you guys to make money, man. I want you guys to make money because TWLO is not, and we only got 158 people in here. If we had like 3,000 people in here, 4,000 people, I'd be a little bit more scared to share my ideas unless it's behind a paywall. Because there's too many people, man. Y'all gonna front run me in the trade. But 158 people, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not that many people. There's millions of people trading TWLO, but 4K people getting the same contract. Man, if I was the market maker, I would just dump it just cause there was too many of y'all. But we don't really have that much people. But TWLO, the reason TWLO is I don't even know if I want to share TWLO with you guys because I'm not going to share TWLO. You got to be inside the Discord. But if you look at TWLO, this is just what ARK said about TWLO, okay? If you want to see TWLO, you want to see the exact contracts we get, you got to be in the Discord. But TWLO, in our view, TWLO is building the leading customer communication platform, including messaging APIs and a suite of software products. Based on its Flex Contact Center software, its customer data platform, TWLO seems best. This is the key words. TWLO seems best positioned to introduce artificial intelligence into customer communication channels. You guys haven't seen nothing with AI yet. We haven't. Shoot, I'm with you. We haven't seen nothing. Okay, AI is gonna end up being bigger than the internet. You guys know, robots gonna end up, putting everybody in chokeholds, but. That's a topic for another day. Juan will be around for that. We will be discussing it. It's going to be funny. But, we haven't seen anything with AI. So you want to, like TWLO, they're saying they're best positioned to introduce artificial intelligence into customer communication channels. And to be honest, that's not even the best part. I was looking at TWLO. And if you just look at their earnings, I'm not going to go over all of them, but you got to take my word for it. If you don't, just go into TradingView and look at their earnings. Okay, so when TWLO first IPO, this is their first earnings, okay? They're making $64 million revenue. They beat estimates. They beat estimates. They're making $64 million, okay? If you go over to the second one, $71 million. Go over to the third one, $81 million. Go over to the fourth one, $87 million, $95 million. The point here, every single earnings, their revenue went up. Since the IPO, since way back here, every single earnings they had, the revenue went up. There was never a decline in their revenue. Every single revenue. Okay? And back in 2020, 2021, this thing was pumping all the way to $400. Back when their earnings was what? 500 million? It was 500 million. And they pumped to 400. Now, if you scroll back over here, first of all, even on this decline, their earnings revenue kept increasing. 740 million, 842 million, 875 million, 943 million. It kept increasing every single year, even on this downtrend that you have here. And now what you have when it's sitting in this perfect, and first of all, this is accumulation, okay? October right here, it's been accumulating since October 2022. We're now in September 2023. This whole year right here was just consolidation. And not only including that, they also had the best revenue. 983 million, 1 billion, 1.07 billion, 1.03 billion. Okay, their earnings every single time the revenue increased, okay? And that's just something you got to pay attention to, especially when something's declining like this. But you look at the weekly time frame and you got positive divergence on that entire downfall. This thing has way better earnings right here than it did way up here. And this thing is only it's making 1 billion in revenue, but the market cap is only 11 billion. The potential on this is actually crazy because look, man, TWLO I think is really good, okay? And if you're in the Discord, you're gonna get this, you're gonna catch it. But I really like it. I really like it. Anyways, let's move on. Boy, share TWLO. Everyone in this live ain't got more than 500 to dump it. TWLO is really good, man. I like TWLO. But yeah. Those are the few that I'm looking at. I'm looking at TWLO. I'm looking at ARK. Let's look at a few stocks you guys want to look at. Somebody said, how much is Discord? The link is in the bio. We have a Labor Day sale just today. It's gonna end very soon. Upstart. Let's take a look at Upstart. Let's take a look at Upstart. All right, so notice you guys aren't hearing a lot of people talking about Upstart. You guys aren't hearing a lot of people talk about AI anymore. That's exactly where you want to start paying attention to it at, okay? Now, right here, it's sitting in this. It's just consolidating. You know, I wouldn't call this bullish. I wouldn't call it bearish, okay? So right here, you want to be a bit more careful, at least until you see it clearly starting to break out. Because right now, yeah, it looks like, yeah, you can come in here and say, okay, I want to get some Upstart. You know, I want to do this with Upstart, etc. But what you got to realize, it does have squeeze potential. Don't get it wrong. And it is making some revenue. You know, they got 131 million revenue, $2 billion market cap. You know, TWLO's a lot better. You know what I'm saying? But you got to make sure it makes a new high, okay? It made a lower high, lower high, lower high. So if I was looking at Upstart, I'd at least have to make sure it starts, you know, breaking above $33, you know, etc. But if I'm looking at it, yeah, I'm not a fan. I mean, it's okay, but I would like it a lot more if it was sitting at $31 versus up here. You know, if you didn't catch the initial pump, it's often better to try to catch, you know, at least a support bounce versus you're trying to catch a resistance. You're trying to catch a breakout. Me personally, I don't like breakout trading, and it looks like Upstart is sitting. This is a breakout trade. If you're looking to catch it right here, you're looking to catch a breakout trade. Just like if you were to try to catch it right here or right here, and then, you know, it dumped on you, or, you know, up here, and then it dumped on you. So I'm gonna conclude that this is basically the same thing that happened right here, right? Is the same thing that's happening right here. And I'm not a fan on calls for Upstart just yet. I would like it a lot more if it retested $31 first, and then, you know, I'd hop in. But that's what I think about Upstart. I don't think I wouldn't look for it for calls. And me personally, I don't like shorting stuff like Upstart and stuff that has squeeze potential, man. I'm okay. I'm all right. So I would just chalk this up to I'm all right. I'm not gonna look at it, you know. SPCE. I want to look at Amazon too, but SPCE, this is more of a lotto play that can make you a lot of money. Okay, it's sitting in this liquidity. It's sitting here at 2.45. As long as it holds above here, you know, it's still a potential good trade. But this is one that has some squeeze potential, but the market needs to be bullish for this one. Okay, like extremely bullish to where everything is pumping. But it's not bad. I mean, the revenue's really good. Their earnings is negative, but they're making money. I mean, there's nothing here that's like that I would come in here and really be super confident on or super like pleased by, because it's in a downtrend. Like, look at this. Even when we bottomed out in October, it got that slight pump. That's why I'm saying for this to pump, it needs the market to be extremely bullish. And this is at $3. You know, it went to $7 when it had that December bottom, but it's in a downtrend. For this to pump, the market needs to be extremely bullish. Okay. So if I was looking at SPCE, which I'm in a position for SPCE, I would look for like January. No less. I wouldn't look to day trade. I wouldn't look to get a month out. I would buy time on it and just hope the market turns super bullish and money rotates in these mini caps, which it will, but depends on how patient you are. So I'm not gonna touch it, bro. I'm gonna move on to Amazon because Amazon has a lot more potential, and I hope you know that, than SPCE. Okay, Amazon right here. You gotta realize, man, nobody's doing what Amazon's doing. Okay, they had their biggest earnings, and I'm gonna just give you guys all this as a prelude to what I'm about to say about Amazon, so you don't think I'm crazy when I say it. Amazon literally had blowout earnings, man. Look at this. How did they estimate 0.35 and you come out and report a 0.65? You almost doubled the estimate of what they thought you was gonna get. And that's why you got that huge gap up right here. But ultimately the market topped out, in July and August. So you of course you're gonna get a pullback, because that's just what happens inside of when the whole entire market pulls back and Amazon's a part of these indexes. Obviously Amazon's gonna get a slight pullback. But that's exactly why and when you need to be looking at Amazon. When it had this pullback, we were looking at it inside of the Discord. Okay, we literally got in Monday and made some money on Monday. That's why I'm telling you guys. Let me see. We got in. There it goes. Amazon. We made 30%. No, these actually went up a lot more. These are September 1st, 135 calls. They were going for $90, and now if you know options at all, and Amazon closed at 138 on Friday, those are going a lot more than $90. But Amazon is going to push all-time highs, and the good thing about Amazon is that not only does it match Google, like Google and Amazon are kind of in the same situation, but Amazon hasn't made it to all-time highs. To be honest, this thing hasn't even made it to 2021 all-time highs in 2020 when the market was going crazy. Remember, this thing just sat here and consolidated. And then, obviously it had that big dump in 2020 when a lot of other stocks had it. But this thing, in my opinion, is definitely ready to run. And it's one of the more bullish big caps inside the market. And by that, I mean, Microsoft already made the all-time highs. Apple already did. So Amazon is... It's the pecking order. It's next in line. It's next in line. So there's no way I would short it, but I would be looking for some sort of entry on it for sure if I was looking at it again. And you might have just missed it because it it gave you the entry right here on Friday, I think. Yeah, that was the entry. So it looks very bullish. I'd stop being bullish or look for a better pullback once it breaks below 136. But this is huge demand for it. So I'd be looking right here, seeing what it does come Tuesday and etc. You definitely want to make sure it breaks above this right shoulder. This left shoulder. Once it breaks above this left shoulder, this thing's gonna go crazy, okay? And if you guys know WOM, you guys know we love those shoulder breaks because a lot of people look for these little head and shoulders, yada, 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 whatever, they look for these shoulders and they end up, when they break through, when this ends up going crazy, you want to see what it does at 138. That's why it's sitting in a situation to where it's like, okay, you don't want to be bearish on, you don't want to be bullish. You kind of just want to leave it alone right now because when it breaks out of this right shoulder, it's only 30 cents away from where it's at right now. And the bottom is only like $1 away. So Amazon is sitting in a situation to where if you weren't looking at it on this huge pullback, which WOM was, that's why you gotta be inside the Discord when it was actually in this nice. I always tell you guys, you want to make sure you're buying supports more than you are trying to get these breakouts. You want to buy, you want to hold your. I'm not gonna say it. You want to make sure you have enough courage to be like, oh shoot, it's dipping down. Amazon's dipping down. I'm about to pull the trigger. Instead of being like, oh shoot, it's pumping. I'm about to miss out. I'm about to buy it. No, that's not how it goes. So if I was looking at Amazon, this is a no-go for me. I wouldn't even be looking at it until it can break above this right shoulder, retest, and then continue to go upwards. Because Amazon's definitely bullish. There's no way I would look to short it in this head and shoulders. There's no way. I know we're in a bull market. I would rather wait for a support opportunity. That's just a smart thing to do. So if I was looking at Amazon, I'd wait for it to break above 130, 138.50, get a little retest, and then, continue its way to all-time highs, which if you know the market at all, Amazon's going to go to all-time highs, okay? That's what I think about Amazon. I like it. Bro said bull market. Oh my. There's no way some of you guys think this is a bear market. There's no way. There's no way. There's always one fool though. I mean, I guess there is people that has to believe we're in a bear market or whatever it is. For somebody got to be liquidity at the end of the day. Somebody has to. But god dang, it sucks if you're watching WOM. Somebody said the bull market was over since Friday. Man, oh man. I guess somebody got to be liquidity. It just sucks that if you're watching WOM and you've been watching me for a minute, that you're the liquidity after I've been giving you the game plan and we've been making so much money. It just sucks, but it is what it is. You can't, I can't make you drink the water. Hang Seng looks absolutely amazing. You've been getting all these fear articles in Hang Seng. You've been getting all these fear articles in China. But I'm telling you, China's going to end up going crazy, okay? It's just a matter of time. It's not if, it's just when. So, Baba obviously looks great. This has just been sitting in consolidation. It's getting ready for its move to 28K, okay? Once it breaks out of here, it's going to 28K. All right? And, obviously Baba's going to be a huge beneficiary of that. And we've already been charting this. I don't really feel like looking at Baba. It's just playing out. We have a price target of 115 for Baba by October. It's sitting in this nice channel. I think this is going to get to 115. And on a bigger time frame, like when the Hang Seng starts turning around and when everything actually starts getting bullish in China, this thing's going to get to 160. That's always been the measure move that we had on WOM, for quite some time. So we anticipate to get to 160. Massively bullish. Massively. Yeah. Let's move on. Iron Ore, Disney, Bear Me Bear. You should meet John. Man, John don't ever show up no more, man. And I told you guys that though. I told you when people come in here and they yip yap in the comments and they just say whatever and they're wrong, they don't show up no more. That's why I don't listen to the comments. I don't care what you guys say in the comments. Because if you're wrong, you're just not going to show up no more. And if you're right, of course you're going to come back in here. But me, right or wrong, I don't care. I'm going to be here regardless. And you guys have seen that. Bro, what have I been wrong on? I've been wrong on some stuff. But you best believe I'm gonna have more right than I'm wrong. You best believe that though. But anyway, let's move on. Let's see what we're looking at, guys. Let's see what we're looking at. I maybe got about 10 more minutes in me inside of this live stream. You guys want to look at Tesla? We already looked at Tesla. If you missed Tesla, follow the YouTube. Hold on. Everybody go to the link in the bio right now and follow the YouTube. Follow the YouTube, man. We got 3,973 subscribers, and we post every single live stream on there, okay? Look, man, we've been saying market squeeze since when? Let me see. Stock market. Look, man, stock market squeeze. Market done making new lows. You might have missed the bottom, bro. This was February 28th, 2023. That's actually crazy. Actually crazy. Stock market squeeze. Stock market squeeze incoming. Watch out. March 2nd. God dang. Why are they all private? Because those videos, I was like, they weren't as professional as the ones we have right now. So I wanted to make sure our it's just professional. So the professional video where we had, and I actually made sure I was doing it the right way, was April 24th. And, I said profitable picks. And bull run is here, April 30th. Stuff like that. This was more professional. So I just kept these, But anyways, follow Twitter. Follow Twitter, follow the YouTube. And let's look at Lemonade. Somebody said Lemonade. He gets it. He understands. And, it sucks. It sucks, having so much euphorium to where you buy the tops like right here, $23, $24. But if you have enough time on a lot of this stuff, you're often good because with Lemonade, this is an AI stock. And I told you guys, some of these AI stocks, a lot of these AI stocks are going to get their opportunity. You just got to be patient with a lot of them. But for Lemonade, in my opinion, this isn't even one that I would look to day trade. It's not one that I look to, catch a quick scalp on. I would just be looking to form some sort of position in it for, 2024. And I would just come back to it. Because the contracts are so cheap because not a lot of people know about it, okay? And really, all this has to do, like this is sitting at $1 billion market cap and it's $14. And it has some AI insurance type built into it. Now, do I think there's less risky plays out there than Lemonade? Yes, we talked about TWLO. We talked about ARK. But Lemonade, this is one that you could really make a big bag from if man, if stuff really heats up, this is when you can make a big bag, but I don't really want to look at it. Twitter is fire. I made a lot of money from this dude. Yes, sir. I'm telling you, like, I'm telling you. Let's look at AVGO. Let's look at AVGO. A lot of you guys look at AVGO. We'll take a peek at AVGO. Let's see if the theory worked out. I told you guys, man. We came in here. I think I went live Thursday. Right? And I'm just tell you guys this, and then we'll move on to looking at AVGO. But when you have an earnings dump, okay? They had earnings on Thursday, and I went live on Thursday, and somebody told me to look at AVGO. I looked at AVGO. It dumped for earnings. I said, oh yeah, it's gonna continue to dump, man. It's gonna continue to dump. That's what happens. Now, is it 100%? No, but 80 to 85% of these stocks, if they dump on earnings, they're going to continue to dump. So you should not be trying to catch these bottoms on AVGO. Nothing has changed. I still think this is going to continue to make its way downwards. Okay, bear flag after bear flag. You really should have got it. Friday would have printed you a bag. It's down $50 on Friday. That would have printed you a whole bag. I wish I was paying attention to it. But yeah, I anticipate this to continue to fall down, man. Enough said. When you get an earnings dump, you usually continue to get that dump. So that's my analysis for it. At least until you get some sort of correction, some bottoming out happening, But so I think about it, man. I would just be looking to catch some rejects on it. So if I'm looking for it right here, I look for it to come up to 889. But if it doesn't get 889, I just look to short it below 870 and call it a day. All right, my opinion. I'll look to catch this reject at 888, 889, and go from there. But it might just break this bear flag and just continue to flush. It really could. And the measure move out of this bear flag is back down to 843. So there's no way I would look to go long on it. And the 843, this support matches up with right here as well. So I like that analysis. I think it gets to 843 before you see it go back to all-time highs. Yeah, that's what I think. But guess what? There's better. If you're looking for semiconductors anyways, there's better opportunities for it. There's better opportunities for semiconductors anyways. Like if you're looking at AVGO, look at QCOM. Look at AMD. Look, I'll tell you, if you saw NVIDIA went to all-time highs, NVIDIA's going crazy. AVGO's going crazy because they're bigger. Let me see. They're bigger market caps. They're going to do their things, obviously. They're going to get done first. The smart money's going to go there first because it's less risky. Okay? That's what you got to realize. But guess what? The money will rotate into better undervalued names like QCOM. So QCOM, you can front run big money by being smart about it and buying these dips. Remember I was telling you guys to buy QCOM down here at $90. I posted it on Twitter. I said, please buy QCOM. We made a whole lot of money on QCOM when it went from $98 to $125 in the span of like 3 months. I mean, three weeks. Now you have it sitting in this perfect buying opportunity, and that's why we were messing with QCOM so much this week, because QCOM was affording us, was giving us an amazing entry, which is right here. This is the amazing entry for QCOM when you consider, when you scroll out and look at where it could potentially go, which is all-time highs, 194. So QCOM is a much better one in my opinion, and AMD looks very good as well. All right, so those are the two semiconductors that I would be focusing on more than NVIDIA and more than AVGO, because look at this, bro. First of all, this is sitting in a huge bull flag. The next leg up right here is going to take you to 160. And how you don't miss that move to 160 is you buy time and you get some not far off the money, but you get maybe the 115s or 120s, and you just sit on them. That's how you get the whole move, because they're going to gap you out. They're going to gap you out. They're going to gap you down. They're going to chop you up. They're going to do all this, and then they're going to send it at the most inconvenient time. It's just what happens. But you have to know that this is going to go up if you know. And to me, this is sending an obvious bull flag, man. Obvious. You know semiconductors are hot. You know it is. All right. Anyways, move on. Let's move on. Bro, want to look at WBA? You want to look at WBA, bro? All right, let's look at WBA, man. We'll look at WBA. But first, before we look at WBA, man, let's make sure we're all following the Twitter, okay? Follow the Twitter, man. We got 2 followers today. Go to the link in the bio. Follow the Twitter. We'll look at WBA. I'm looking at it right now, and to be honest, bro, what the hell you got me looking at, man? What you got me looking at, man? TXN. Somebody said TXN. I might just swerve WBA, man, because this is something that my audio's bad. All right, follow Twitter. Link is in the bio. Is my audio really bad? Follow Twitter. Like the video. Link is in the bio. Oh my god. It's not as clear as usual. What the heck? That's weird. Let me see if I can fix it. Hold on. Should be a bit better, but for WBA, man, there's no way I would try to catch the bounce on it. Look, man, I don't like looking at stocks like this. Hate it. They're unpredictable. You know. Yeah, and I think if you missed the put opportunity right here when we were talking about it, I believe I wouldn't even mess with it. I think there's better opportunities out there for you, man. This slip sloped off the cliff, and there's no way you should catch a falling knife. It's not good, bro. Let's look at TXN. You shorted it already? Yeah, I wouldn't look to long it. Shorting it is crazy because it already dipped so much. You know, it's just dead. But TXN, okay. If you guys look at TXN, this is one that's going to give you a good opportunity, even like a good intraday trade, because it's predictable, especially in this nice pattern right here. You have to love it right here. You have to love TXN right here. For some people, they want to say this is a bear flag. What the heck? Why is my mouse not working? For some people, they might want to say this is a bear flag, okay? All right, bro. What's going on? For some people... All right, let me show you guys something. Some people might want to say this is a bear flag. This is not a bear flag, okay? Bro don't want to talk about Disney. We'll look at Disney, man. Let me write it down. We'll look at Disney, bro. I promise. We'll look at Disney. He said, quit horsing around. Look at Oxy. All right, bro. Hold on. We'll look at TXN. We'll look at, somebody said we missed yen. Oh, we did miss yen, but yen can still go crazy. I'm going to give you guys a perfect example of what's happening with TXN right now. The same pattern happened right here. Isn't that crazy? A lot of people might want to call it a bear flag, yada, yada, yada. They're just yip-yapping. They don't actually look at these charts. Like you know, WOM, and you know, we got a lot of experience. We've been live a very, very long time. Why is my mouse doing that? But if you look at, this is SPY. This isn't even TXN. This is SPY. What do you see? The exact same situation happening right here. This is accumulation. This is accumulation because smart money knows TXN is going to go to all-time highs. Why? Because it looks like Visa, which Visa's already gone. Those stocks that look like that are going to all-time highs now because the market is transitioning, it's shifting, and it's very bullish. And anyways, this is what you see. Victor Luna subscribed for the first time. Appreciate it. I like how we get subscribers in here. I might just turn the chat on to only subscribers. $1 a month. But anyway, if you look at SPY, this, and then look at TXN. First of all, SPY took off, okay? SPY went absolutely crazy. This is actually where, this is the January bottom, you know, December bottom, whatever you want to call it. It went crazy. Look at TXN. Let's go over to TXN. Let's take a look. Let's see what TXN doing, man. Oh, my look. It's doing the same thing. It's doing the same thing. It's doing the same thing. So, yeah, man, there's no way I'd be bearish on this. Like, this happens a lot, okay? So if I was looking at TXN, this thing looks like it's ready to go to 175 plus, 180 plus. No way I would short it. That's for sure. I would, no way. Visa has been doing the exact same thing. These stocks that have been chopping like this and just ugly for so long, inside of a bull market, they're going to go up. They're going to go up. So TXN looks very good. This is one that I'm actually looking for a day trade for next week. I think it's very high probability. And yeah, bro, I like it. Thank you for saying TXN, because you hooked up a lot of people. A lot of people don't know what we're talking about in here. A lot of people don't know what to look for. That's why WAM is here. Now, you know what I'm saying? That's why WAM is here. That's why I want to make sure you guys are getting into good opportunities. Now, I'm not going to give you guys the full sauce. Like, come on now. At some point, I need some money for my time. But anyways, yeah, TXN looks good. Let's move on to but Victor, thank you for subscribing, man. That's fire. We're gonna look at what are we gonna look at? I think Disney. Yeah, Disney, and then Oxy. Look, for these Disney stocks, man, I hate looking at these. I hate it because this is now. When I was looking at it, it was over here back in like $98, and I was wrong. I ended up being wrong on Disney. It did give a little bit. It gave like a baby move, but ultimately I was wrong because I thought Disney was a better company. I didn't know Go Woke, Go Broke was that trend. Was that crazy? I didn't know it was that crazy, but Disney taught me that it is that crazy. And for something like Disney, it's better to own equity for it than calls, in my opinion, because Disney's a great company. You just don't know when the Go Woke, Go Broke situation is going to pass over. And if you've been betting on, Disney going up and Disney doing something, then you've been missing out on a whole world of opportunities. So for me, I'd rather put my money elsewhere unless it's in equity for Disney. And the reason Disney's an overcrowded trade is because a lot of people are looking at this now. A lot of people are like, Disney should go up, man. It's sitting at COVID lows. It's doing this, man. It's a huge discount, which it is. But if you're trading options, you guys know timing is very important. And with options expire. So I wouldn't be looking to go long on it. I wouldn't be looking to go short on it. The short trade is definitely cooked though, because it's been going down. So I don't really like it, man. It reminds me of Target. Target is doing the same thing, to where these are just stocks that I just wouldn't even mess with inside of a bull market yet. Because you'll know when Target actually starts doing something. You'll see a bunch of negative Disney news, a bunch of negative Target news. You'll see a bunch of bad stuff happening. You wouldn't see bullish, So for Disney, Target, those are stocks that, yes, they look absolutely amazing. Yes, Target's a great company. Yes, Disney's great. But Go Woke, Go Broke is a very serious situation, I guess. And big money's just not having it, man. They're ruthless, bro. They're ruthless. So I'd buy equity instead of calls or options. And even in 2020, like I remember back in 2020, was it 2020? I don't know when it was, but yeah, that's what I think, man. Not my favorite. Airbnb going to move. Oh yeah, Airbnb is going to end up being a great stock to hold, because now the S&P 500 and the market makers and big money, now they have to buy Airbnb. Okay, same thing happened with Tesla way back when. They have to buy it now. Like they have to. But if you look at Oxy, look, man, I hate oil. This is the top, bro. Look, man, don't ask me about oil. I'm biased. For some reason, I just don't think oil is going to continue to put in new highs. That hype is done, in my opinion. The time oil was going up is when the market and everything was going down. Oil was the best trade that you can get into. Oil was going stupid in 2022. Stupid. It was news driven. It was making new highs. It was actually going stupid while the market was going just down, 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 down. So I think the opposite is going to happen now. I think you see oil, it's not going to put in new highs. There's no way I would look. And I'm going to look at CVX over Oxy, because I think CVX moves a bit better. But as long as this continues to make these higher lows, as long as oil continues to make these higher lows like we've been talking about, there's no way I look to go long oil. Now if CVX starts going, above 178, 180, and doing that, yeah. But I just don't think you get a new high in 2022. Oil was very hot. It was a thing to do. It was man, this is the best trade of 2022. Look, December, this is where it started. December 2021. And then this was just all of 2022. And now what you have, you know, once the market actually shifted, and the market and you know, SPY and the Qs bottomed out December 28th, you know, over here, really, what was it, October, November is where the market bottomed out, November 10th, you know, over here is where SPY and the Qs topped out. I mean, bottomed out. SPY and the Qs bottomed out while oil topped out. And then you just had a downtrend ever since. So, look, man, I don't think it's bullish. I don't care about OPEC events. I don't care about none of that stuff, man. If you guys know me, the news and the media, they trick you, man. They trick you out of your position. They don't tell you what they do the opposite, bro. And you guys have seen that with Marco Kovanik and Mike Wilson, and they tell you one thing, and they've been doing this for years and years. That's how we know, and that's what we talked about back in October, November, December. That's how we knew the market was going to bottom out, because Marco Kovanik and Mike Wilson, they were all saying the market is done. It's in a recession, yada, yada, yada. So we just did the opposite. We made a whole bunch of money, and the same thing is for oil, man. I don't like it. That's just me, though. Somebody said cup and handle, and yeah, you right. You right, man. This is a cup and handle, but it ain't the cup and handle I get into. No way. No way. No way. No way. Yeah, lower highs. That's what I meant, bro. Good catch. I could have swore I said lower highs. When I'm talking a lot, forgive me if I say wrong words sometimes. It's hard to, you know, keep a live stream going and keep talking and everything. But you got to realize this is free flow. Like, I come on here and it's really not even me speaking. Like, it's just free flow. So a lot of the stuff I say is accurate because of that. Because I'm not overthinking it. I'm just coming in here and talking. Anyways, let's move on. Let's look at Roku. So I said cup and handle and laugh. Dang, why you laughing at him, man? Why you laughing at him, man? Cup and handles work sometimes. They work sometimes, but the reason they work is because the sentiment of the market more than, you know, it being a cup and handle. If the sentiment is bullish and, you know, we're bullish, then yeah, the cup and handle is gonna play out. It's psychology. But if oil is bearish and it's in a cup and handle, oh, they faking the bulls out, bro. They faking them out, bro. I wouldn't trust that one. If it's in a cup and handle, it's been in a downtrend all year. Yeah, I wouldn't trust that one. I wouldn't trust it. Roku looks absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And if you, this is exactly where you want to be messing with something like Roku. Like, perfect. Absolutely amazing. Looks great. Love it. There's better, you know, actually, this is one of the best ones we've seen today. Roku's a good one. Oh yeah, really good. Let me show you something. Looks like Netflix. Looks like Netflix, man. My bad. Looks like Netflix. But when Netflix was like down here, you know, when Netflix started first running, you know, it made these higher lows, and, you know, it ended up pushing crazy. So Roku, in my opinion, is gonna end up doing the same exact thing. It's gonna end up doing the same thing, man. Love it. Love Roku. And you guys remember what it did on earnings right here? Like, it had good earnings. Like, it had Twilio. This is why Twilio, in my opinion, is about to be so crazy. Because Roku Twilio had better earnings considering the market cap. Twilio had better earnings than Roku. And Roku, you know, did what it did, but it's going to continue to go, bro. I like it. No way I would short it, that's for sure. There's no way. All right, to end this live stream, TQQQ, some of you guys remember, it gives you a better return on your money than the Qs, okay? Especially in bull markets. So if you missed the Qs back in December, back in January, TQQQ is your next bet because it's gonna give you way more returns inside of a bull market. The next thing I want to look at is Kathy Woods. What has she been buying? And then, because you guys know, I love Kathy, man. She's the new NASDAQ. And to me, if you want a good reward on your money, and you want to be a part of what's happening in the future, you got to be making sure you're following somebody like Kathy, because let's just look at her top holdings, bro. Anybody that has their top holdings, Tesla, man, you got you got to see what they up to, man. You have to see what they're up to. Gigi just said, I'm thinking we either go up this week or down. All right, thank you. I didn't even know that. But yeah, we looked at Tesla already. Tesla looks very good. I think it looks bullish. But this is her top holding. Roku's next. Zoom, Coinbase, UiPath, which nobody asked about, but this one could go absolutely crazy as well. It's an AI stock. No coding. UiPath is very good. Square, Shopify, Twilio. Twilio is 4% of the port. Twilio is 4% of her port. And she bought some July 18th, July 17th, 146,000 shares. Yeah, dang. God dang. She underwater in her position too. Man, you're going to be front running Kathy. You're going to be front running Kathy. Her ARK estimate is 270. You can front run Kathy. Because she was buying at tops, but she knows the potential though. That's what you got to understand. She was just early. When you're that early inside of a trade, yeah, you're gonna get cooked up. But in terms of a 5-year trade, a 5-year hold, and what I just showed you guys with the revenue, and if you missed anything, go back. We'll post this on YouTube. Go back on the YouTube and see what we had to say about Twilio, man. I think Twilio is gonna be a killer. But make sure you guys follow the Twitter. I am about to get up out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Actually, somebody just asked a good question, but follow the Twitter and I'll answer this question. He said, how much money should I keep for day trading? How much for long term? Not sure how much do I need? Okay, I love when people ask this question because they're actually thinking about their future. They know slow money is better than no money, and to be honest, those long term money plays are often better than short term, because a lot of people come in with their whole bag and try to day trade their whole bag, and they just get cooked up. They get cooked up. They don't know what they're doing out there. So in terms of how much you should keep for day trading, how much you should keep for long term, let's say you have 10K, I would put 6K inside of, some long term plays. We have a lot of long term plays inside the Discord. Equity, okay? Equity. Even like 5-4K, if you keep adding it and keep buying stocks, over time, But for the 3 to 4K that you have left, swing trades, man, long term, some next summer calls on something. And then with the 1K, you flip that, man, you day trade. Because $500 in a lot of these plays can get you returns of 20%, 30% easy. That's easy to get. They can even get you 100%. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I would do it, bro. That's how I would allocate it. Because day trading, you want to make sure that's not I've seen people with millions of dollars only day trade with like 10,000. That's their day trading budget. Because you can put 10,000 in one play and get up. You know what I'm saying? But you want to make sure you have that long-term set up. Because what happens to the market, that's money you don't even have to think about. It just goes up. That's money that you don't even have to fight for. You don't got to come out here and fight somebody for the 20%, because if you make it 20%, somebody out there losing 20%, you don't got to fight nobody for the long term. You just got to put your money in there and just be patient. Because look, since 1993, and obviously, this is at $40, now it's at $450. Obviously there's better long terms that you can think of, that if you're inside the Discord, we have a Labor Day sale today. You can come in here, go to the investing tab where I was begging people to buy MSTR or AMD. This was back in February and March and January and December, and but don't worry, a whole lot more opportunity out there. Hope you guys enjoy this Discord. I hope you guys enjoy this live stream. Tesla already got a bounce in the German market after on record China sales, boys. Bro, Tesla is Tesla. And the thing is, the best thing about them is they're not even just an EV company. They're gonna figure out how to charge houses. How to be they're front running the whole EV electric game. And that's just a fact. And they got some AI stuff that they can put a SaaS, software as a service. They can literally sell, bro. Tesla's undervalued, but Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, man. And so long term is equities. Yes. When I say equity, that means stocks. Like you're buying the stock. You're buying equity in the company. Options is options. Options is swing trade and day trade. CCJ, that's a good one. CCJ is actually crazy, bro. You called that one got to a T. Yeah, you go, bro. Just low risk, easy money. Those are the plays you have to love. And this was going for $5 back in COVID. Going for $5. Anyways, peace out, y'all. Hope you enjoyed it. Somebody talking about dividend. Man, we need to have. I'm gonna start having live streams where we just talk about dividend plays and. Because I think a lot of people come on here and they just want to talk about day trading and scalping. And yeah, that's cool. You could do that. But the real money's made in dividends and long-term and equity and building up. You're actually building up a foundation before you try to go to the top of the skyscraper and start day trading. You don't even got the foundation. You over there, you on a cardboard box, top of a cardboard box trying to day trade. Anyways, peace out, y'all. All right, Twitch. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. We've been live for an hour and 66 minutes. Appreciate you guys. I'm out. Have a good Labor Day. Have a great Labor Day.